It is Friday, February 12. Welcome to CGN News. President of the Medical Association of Jamaica, the MAJ, Dr. Andrew Manning, says he is very concerned about the current number of hospitalizations and has called for stricter enforcement of protocols. Manning told the Gleaner on Thursday that if the country continues at this rate, it will soon run out of bed space. This comes at the end of an unprecedented 7-day COVID spike with 3 one-day records, including a first-ever batch of 400 cases. Additionally, Chief Medical Officer Jacqueline Bissessor-McKenzie says 23% of healthcare workers tested have returned positive results. Mandeville Hospital is the latest cluster of concern, with more than 30 cases among staff. The Jamaica Hotel and Tourist Association, the JHTA, is calling for all Jamaican and foreign travelers coming into the island to produce negative COVID-19 test results on arrival. These measures are essential if Jamaica is to quell the spread of the disease, a JHTA release quotes President Clifton Reeder. He was responding to the government's announcement of new curfew hours from 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. daily until February 24, 2021. He said the authorities must insist that all travelers to the island produce negative COVID-19 test results no older than 5 days on arrival or pay to be tested at any one of the country's international airports. Instagram on Wednesday banned Robert F. Kennedy Jr., son of former presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy, from posting what they say is misinformation about vaccine safety and COVID-19. Kennedy Jr. has amassed a huge following on social media where he posts claims about vaccines. He also uses social media to post about large pharmaceutical firms and environmental health concerns. In an emailed statement, Kennedy Jr. stood by his Instagram posts, which have been carefully vetted. Most recently, Kennedy Jr. described COVID vaccines currently being administered in the U.S. as posing a potential danger, despite studies that found no serious side effects. House Democrats prosecuting Donald Trump's impeachment said on Thursday the Capitol invaders believed they were acting, quote, on the president's orders, end quote, and reflected his violent rhetoric when they stormed the building aiming to stop Congress from certifying Democrat Joe Biden's election. The prosecutors described the horror they faced that day and showed the many instructions Trump gave his supporters in weeks before the January 6 attack and at his midday rally that unleashed the mob on the Capitol. Rioters in videos, some posted to social media by themselves, talked about how they were doing it all for Trump, the AFP reported. 5 people died. China's broadcasting regulator announced Thursday it has pulled BBC World News from the air, saying the channel's content had, quote, seriously violated guidelines for reporting in the country, end quote. In a statement, China's National Radio and Television Administration said BBC World News reports about China were found to seriously violate broadcast guidelines. The move comes after the BBC aired a report on February 3 detailing accounts of torture and sexual violence against Uyghur women in Chinese camps. The BBC said it was disappointed with the move. The Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle, has won a privacy claim in her case against a newspaper that published a handwritten letter to her estranged father, Thomas Markle. The judge in the case issued a summary judgment which will avoid a full trial. Markle sued newspaper publisher Associated Newspapers Limited after the group's newspaper The Mail on Sunday printed portions of a 2018 letter she had sent to her father. The judge ruled the disclosure was manifestly excessive and hence unlawful. Meghan is seeking damage for misuse of private information, copyright infringement, and breach of the Data Protection Act 2018. The Jehovah's Witnesses say a member of the religious denomination that is banned in Russia has been sentenced to 7.5 years in prison, the harshest punishment in scores of cases. The denomination's European office said 63-year-old Alexander Ivashin was sentenced on Wednesday. Authorities said he had conducted religious discussions with friends in another city by video link. Russia banned the Jehovahs Witnesses in 2017 and declared the religious group an extremist organization. Currently, 46 members are imprisoned and 27 under house arrest, the denomination says. German prosecutors have charged a 100-year-old man with 3,518 counts of being an accessory to murder on allegations he served during World War II as a Nazi SS guard at a concentration camp in Berlin. The man is alleged to have worked at the camp between 1942 and 1945, said Cyril Clement, who led the investigations of the centenarian for the Neuruppin prosecutor's office. The man's name wasn't released in line with German privacy laws. Despite his advanced age, the suspect is considered fit enough to stand trial, though accommodations may have to be made to limit how many hours per day the court is in session. To solidify Nevis's position as the definitive island of love, the Nevis Tourism Authority, the NTA, has introduced a signature cocktail with aphrodisiac properties to inspire love and romance on Valentine's Day on February 14. Inspired by Aphrodite, the ancient Greek goddess of love, beauty, and fertility, the, quote, NIVISIAN kiss, end quote, was conceived by the award-winning NIVISIAN mixologist Cremor Maloney. Aromatic and spiced, the NIVISIAN kiss contains 3 magical elixirs with aphrodisiac qualities that have been used through the ages: cinnamon for blood flow and sexual libido, ginger to increase body heat and a heightened heart rate, and nutmeg, reputed to be Viagra for women, also raises body heat, sweetens breath, and acts as an all-round stimulant. The foundation of the NIVISIAN kiss is NIVISIAN rum, Captain Nils Viking rum, and combined these ingredients are brewed to make a potent mix. And finally, Texas attorney Rod Ponton's appearance as a fluffy kitten during an online court hearing provided a moment of levity to a pandemic and Zoom-fatigued world. But that specific adorable filter may be tough to find for anyone looking to replicate the viral moment. Ponton told the Associated Press that he was using his assistant's 10-year-old's desktop Dell computer when he logged in for a routine civil forfeiture hearing Tuesday in Presidio County, Texas, where he serves as prosecutor. Ponton says his appearance looked normal on the webcam as he waited to be led into the Zoom hearing in Judge Roy Ferguson's court. But when the hearing began, to his shock and dismay, he was a cat. Ferguson, the judge who oversaw Tuesday's hearing and posted the video online, told the Associated Press he had no idea the clip would become an instant hit. That's it for CGN News. I'm Scott Wilson. Thanks for watching.